Flipped on the beat.
Hi, good day. So ngayon, ah, doon na tayo sa last part ng ating week 2, which is uh, the part 3, the last part. Okay, so yung last part natin is factoring by grouping. Okay, so ulitin ko lang, yung part 1 natin is perfect square trinomial, part 2 is general trinomials, and the last part is factoring by grouping. So after the topics lang factoring, I will also discuss the problem solving and um, 10 examples or 10 difficult examples kung saan uh, hindi siya alam sagutan ng bata. So ituturo natin kung paano siya sasagutan. Okay. So in order for you to answer factoring by grouping, you should master the first 5 factoring topics na na-discuss ko. Okay, so kailangan you're already familiar with common monomial factor. You already familiar with the difference of two squares. You should already familiar with sum and difference of two cubes and uh, perfect square trinomial and general trinomial. Okay. Kasi yung factoring by grouping, combination na siya ng 5. So pag hindi ka familiar doon sa 5, pag hindi mo alam yung 5 na yon, hindi ka makakapag-grouping. Hanggang first step ka lang. Okay, so let us have our first example. So number 1, our first example is 3x squared plus 6x plus 4x plus 8. Okay. So sulat ko muna yung title. So the topic is entitled Factoring by Grouping. Yan. Okay, so this would be 3x squared plus 6x plus 4y plus 8. Okay, tama naman yung examples ko. Okay, so si grouping, ginagawa natin siya kapag ang terms ay pwedeng i-group kung saan meron siyang equal number ng members. Okay, halimbawa this one. So, the number of terms that we have here is 4. Kasi 4 yung terms natin. So, how many groups yung pwedeng magawa kung saan sa bawat group meron lang siyang equal number of terms. Okay, so 4, obviously, makakagawa lang tayo ng 2 grupo. So, sa bawat grupo, meron kang 2 terms. Okay, so that is factoring by grouping. Now, after nating i-group yung polynomials, titingnan natin what would be the next step. So, titingnan natin kung anong klaseng factoring technique ang magagamit natin sa bawat group. Let's say, for example, the first group, 3x squared plus 6x. Okay, so, pwede kaya nating magamit ang common monomial factor. So, you have 3 and you have 6. So, obviously, pwede. So, for the first group, we can use the common monomial factor. And the second group, you have 4y plus 8. So, obviously, this is common monomial factor. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo, paano mo malalaman na common monomial factor yung gagamitin? Titingnan nyo lang yung terms. Let's say, for example, 3 at saka 6. So, meron na siyang common factors sa 3 at saka 6. 4 and 8, meron na rin. Okay? So, hindi siya pwedeng maging difference of two squares kasi lahat ng ginamit mo plus. Hindi rin siya pwedeng sum and difference of 2 cubes kasi wala ka namang cube. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung isa pang way mamaya. Kasi the two possible two possible solutions. So, let's have this one. So, common monomial factor ng 3x squared plus 6x. So, ano ang first step natin? Kukunin natin ang GCF. GCF ng 3x squared, GCF ng 6x. So, you have 3 times x, and you have 3 times 2 times x. So, therefore, your GCF here is 3 and x. Okay, so dito, kung i-recall natin yung first step ng common monomial factor, if a-factor out mo yung terms, into GCF and another factor. So, kunin natin yung another factor. So, ito yung another factor, yung natira. Yung x at saka 2. So, you have now x and positive 2. So, for the first group, you have 3x times x plus 2. Okay, yan yung first group natin. Second group natin, GCF ng 4y and 8. So this would be 4 times y and 8 is 4 times 2. So GCF nila is 4. Then other factors is y and positive 2. Yung other factors, ito yung natira natin. After you get the GCF, yun na lang yung terms na natitira. So you have now 4 times y plus 2. So if we're going to combine, you have now the factored form ng first group at saka factored form ng second group. So kung mapapansin ninyo, meron tayong common binomial. Lagay natin. We have common binomial factors doon sa dalawang group. So what is that common binomial factor? Common binomial factor. So ano tong common binomial factor natin? So kung mapapansin nyo, you have x plus 2 for the first group and it's not x plus 2. Y pala yung given. Is it y or x? Oh, for x pala yun. Sorry, our given. Kaya pala nalilito ako. Okay. Ang given pala natin ay 4x. So this would be 4x. Yan. And 4x. Okay. Binalikan ko yung given kasi may iba ako ng answer. So you have the common binomial factor, x plus 2. So therefore, factor out natin yung common binomial. So you have x plus 2 times the other factors 3x plus 4. So x plus 2 times 3x plus 4. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, may iba pa tayong approach dyan bukod dun sa grouping. Okay, let's have another board. So, pansamantala, itong paint muna ang board ko. Okay, so the second approach will be same given also. You have 3x squared plus 6y plus 4y, 6x, para 6x plus 4x plus 8. So as you can see, you have similar terms here, 4x and 6x. So you have now 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. So, hindi natin na magagamit ang grouping kasi we combine already the similar terms, but instead we use the general trinomials. General trinomial siya kasi yung last term natin ay hindi perfect square. Okay, so in dealing with these general trinomials, notice that x squared, the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1. So meaning to say, you have to use the AC method. Gagamitin natin yung AC method. Kasi more than 1 na yung coefficient. So you have, so this one is A, this will be B, and the last term is C. So AC is equals to 3 times 8. So you have 24. Okay, so after you get the product of AC, you are now going to test the factors, the possible factors. So this will be your product, but still your sum is 10. Ganun pa rin yung sum natin, hindi nagbago. So therefore, you're going to think of a factors of 24. Think of a factors of 24 whose sum is 10. Okay, so kung titingnan natin, balikan natin yung sign table. Marami tayong nire-recall kasi pinagsama lahat eh. So sa sign table natin, meron tayong product, factors, tsaka sum. Factors. Sa sign table natin, kapag ang product ay positive, ibig sabihin ang factors ay either parehas positive, so ang sum ay positive, parehas negative, so ang sum ay negative. Kapag naman negative, depende kung sino ang greater. Kapag negative, depende kung sino ang greater ang absolute value. So kapag greater ang absolute value ng positive, ang sum mo rito ay positive. Kapag greater ang absolute value ng negative, ang sum mo ngayon ay negative. So obviously, your product is positive 24. So you are going to look for the factors of positive product. So dito ka sa first row ng table titingin. Okay. Since ang sum ay positive, so ibig sabihin ang factors niya parehas ay positive. So parehas positive ang ilalagay natin dito. So what are the possible factors na ng 24 na ang sum ay 10? So you can have 8 times 3, positive 8, positive 3, positive 6, positive 4, positive 12, positive 2. If you already know the multiplication table, hindi ito magiging hassle para sa'yo. That's the prerequisite of this subject. Dapat at your grade level, grade 8, gamay mo na yung multiplication table ng mga numbers natin. Or kung hindi mo man siya kabisado, at least you know the logic behind doon sa mga skip counting na yon, no, ng multiplication table natin. Okay. So if you get the product of these possible factors, the first one you can have 8 plus 3 you have 11, 6 plus 4 you have 10, 12 plus 2 you have 14. So kung napansin nyo, kung ina-apply natin yung technique sa pag-consider ng mga signs, lumiliit yung choices natin, lumiliit yung possible factors na nililista natin. Kasi pag marami tayong possible factors na nililista, kinakain niya yung time natin sa pagsosolve. Yan. So ito yung advantage ng ng sign table. So from so many possible factors, nag-come up lang tayo sa tatlo. And napakalaking advantage nga kung alam mo yung multiplication table. So at one glance, makikita mo kung anong factors ang pwede. So halimbawa ito, so ang sum ay 10. So ang pwede lang naman ay positive 6 and positive 4. So this one, positive 6 and positive 4. Okay. So wala na tayong space. Magbubura lang ako. Burahin ko lang muna. Well, actually, in a real classroom setting, sometimes my students told me na minsan sa buong subject nila, ako lang ang mat lang ang nakakapuno ng sulat sa board. Tapos, especially sa aking advisory class, maabutan ko yung sulat ko hanggang sa last subject nandoon pa rin. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Masipag silang magbura. Sipag silang magbura ng sulat sa board. Yan. So kung meron kayong mga math teacher na detalyado talaga magturo, expect nyo na yung board ninyo ay mapupuno. Kasi may mga pagkakataon, kailangan may mga terms na kailangan talaga ipaliwanag sa bata. Kaya minsan, kahit yung kasulok-sulukan ng board, merong sulat yon, no? Okay, so tuloy natin. Yan, katulad nito, yung space na to ng paint, kulang siya para sa akin. Kaya wala akong choice kundi mag-new, kung hindi new, mag-erase. Okay, so tuloy natin yung step. Positive 6, positive 4. So after natin kunin ng factors, next step is i-divide natin kay A. So divide by, you're going to divide by A when A is equals to 3. Saan natin kinuha tong A? Nandito sa given yung A. Okay, so ang technique lang dito para hindi kayo mahirapan, kung sino yung coefficient ng given, siya yung divisor pag ginamit natin yung AC method. Okay. So 6 divided by 3, you have 2. 4 divided by 3, you have 4/3. Okay, so meron ka na ngayong factors. So you have now, wait lang. So you have now x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 4/3. So let us simplify 4/3. So you have now x plus 2. Simplify natin. So itong x dito, meron siyang over 1. So you have now 3 times x. So you have 3x plus 4. So ito, pag ginawa natin ito, pag sinimplify natin ito ay shortcut lang. So this part is only shortcut para mag-come up tayo dun sa simplified na factor. So you have 3 multiplied by x, so you have 3x. And 1 multiplied by 4, so you have 4. So you have now x plus 2 times 3x plus 4. Now, if you want to check your answer, if it is correct, we just check the middle term. So you have 2 times 3, you have 6x. And 4 times x, you have 4x. So dumaan ka rin dun sa dating given mo. Ayan. So you have now 4 plus 6. If you're going to add 4 plus 6, it will give you 10x, which is the middle term. Okay. So question. Ang question sa comment box na lang po. Okay, so for now, hindi nyo muna i-apply yung grouping. You're going to arrange you have to arrange the polynomials into highest exponent up to lowest exponent. So you have now 9y raised to 4 plus 6y cubed plus 3y squared minus 18y. Okay, so as you can see, meron tayong apat na terms. So, pwede siyang maging grouping. Pwede natin i-apply yung grouping. So, let us group the polynomials. So, we can group the polynomials into two. So, we have here two groups. Okay. So, as you can see, pwede na nating i-apply ang common monomial factors. Ano ang common monomial factors? Sige, isa-isahin muna natin. The first group, hindi siya pwedeng maging sum and difference of two cubes kasi si 6 at si 9 ay hindi perfect cube. Although naka-raise siya sa 3, although meron siyang plus. Si second group naman, hindi siya pwedeng maging difference of two squares. Although naka-square, si 3 at si 18, hindi siya perfect square. Okay, so we look for another pattern. Okay, another pattern. So therefore, the two groups is also a common monomial factor. Then common monomial factor. Okay, so apply the rules in getting common monomial factor. So you have 9y raised to 4 and 6y raised to 3. So you have here 3 times 2 times y times y times y. And you have here, sorry, it's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times 3 for 9. For 9, you have 3 times 3. For 6y, you have 3 times 2 times y times y. So let us get the GCF. So your GCF here is 3 and y cube. So dito meron tayong 3y cube. Let's have another factors. So meron kang another factors na 3y at saka 2. So meron kang 3y plus 2. This is for the first group. For the second group, you have 3y squared equals 3 times y and 18y. You have 3 times 6 times y. Okay. So get the common monomial factors. So you have now 3, you have now y. So you have now, oops, negative 18 pala to. Be careful sa sign. Kasi pag na-miss natin yung sign, wala na, mali na yung answer. So you have, still the GCF is 3y. For the second group, you still have 3y. And the other factors are, yung natira, y and negative 6. So you have y minus 6. Okay. So wala tayong common binomial. Wala tayong common binomial factors. Wala na yan na yon. So we have no common binomial factors. So wala na tayong ipa-factor out. So therefore, ito na yung answer natin. This would be our final answer. Okay, let's have the third one. Let's have the third example. Oops. Okay, number 2. 3x minus 7y plus 21 minus xy. 3x minus 7y plus 21 minus xy. So 3x minus 7y plus 21 minus xy. Okay. So first step, grouping pa rin. Gagamitin pa rin natin yung grouping. Okay, so kung mapapansin ninyo, si first group, wala siya dun sa 5 klase ng factoring. The same with the second group. So anong gagawin natin? Pwede nating i-regroup. Pwede nating i-regroup to. So let's have this one. So i-regroup natin. So sino yung pwedeng magkasama? So pwede nating gawin 3x minus xy plus 21 minus 7y. Okay. So pag ginawa natin yan, ni-regroup natin, pag napansin natin na meron na siyang common monomial factor, that's the time na ifa-factor na natin uli siya. Okay. So obviously, first group is common monomial factor. Second group is common monomial factor also. So you have now 3x and negative xy. So you have 3 times x and negative x times y. So common factor is x, and other factor will be 3 and negative y. So you have x times 3 minus y. Okay. Okay, next. Let's have 21. We have 21. We have 21 equals then negative 7y. So 21, you have 7 times 3 and negative 7 times y. So you have now 7, and here you have 3 and so other factors natin, 3 and negative y. So you have 3 minus y. Okay. So pag binalik natin, you have here x times 3 minus y. Ito pala, 3 minus y plus 7 times 3 minus y. So ito, meron tayong common binomial. Meron tayong common binomial factors. We have the common binomial factors. So, meaning to say, you have to factor out. Factor out natin. So, factor out natin 3 minus y. So, you have 3 minus y times x plus 7. So, this would be our, this would be our answer. Okay. So, questions. Questions so far. Yan. So, ganyan natin ginagawa ang factoring by grouping. Okay, so this should be a short discussion, but for more complicated examples, i-ready ko muna. Then, magkakaroon ako ng video for that. Tapos, titingnan natin kung paano natin siya isosolve. Isa lang ang pinaka-key points, ang pinaka dapat na gawin ng mga bata para ma-solve nila yung ibang mga problem. They have to be familiar with the first five kinds of factoring. Kailangan familiar sila sa itsura. Okay? So, paano sila magiging familiar sa itsura? Dapat, kilala nila si perfect square, kilala nila si perfect cube. Okay? So, napakahalaga na strong ang foundation ng bata sa kanyang grade 7 math. Okay. So, if you have some questions or if you have some suggestions, meron kayong tips para mas mapag-aralan yung subject, yung topic na to, pakilagay lang sa comment box ng aking YouTube channel. Anyway, you have to do that kasi mga bata pa sila. Kailangan nila talagang mag-practice hanggang sa maging familiar sila. Wala po talagang shortcut para maging magaling. Ang ang advantage nga lang ng mga bata ngayon, napakarami po nilang resources. Meron na ngang mga app na nagsosolve ng mga problem. Pero yon sana kung gagamitin nila yon for checking purposes, hindi dahil isusulat, hindi lang pang transfer ng answer, dapat pang checking lang yon. Okay, kasi katulad ngayon, mag-aaral sila sa bahay, so kailangan meron silang additional tool para sa checking ng kanilang mga answers. Okay, so walang shortcut. You have to study, and you have to work for it. Okay, so ganun talaga. Pero kasi pag natutunan mo yung isang bagay, sa'yo na talaga yon. Wala nang makakakuha nun. Okay, so that's it. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and if you think this video is helpful, you can download it, you can share it. Okay, kung meron kayong mga kakilala na ano na grade 8, kasi sa ngayon grade 8 pa lang nagagawa ni ma'am. Pero sa mga dati ko pong student, willing po ako na gumawa ng mga video lesson, ano man ang i-request nyo. Sa mga student ko po na nasa senior high na, okay, going college na, sa mga student ko na college naman na, okay, pwede po kayong mag-request. Okay, so I hope you learn more, enjoy more, and hindi po yun sermon, yun po ay advice. Kasi baka mamaya isipin ng mga viewers, si ma'am kahit sa video, nane-sermon. Hindi po yun sermon, that is advice. Para maging magaling ka, kailangan mo mag-practice. Okay? So lahat ng magagaling na tao, nagpa-practice sila. Okay? So lahat ng mga bata, possible na maging magaling someday kung magpa-practice sila. Okay? So, bye-bye!